All right. Hopefully, you can hear me. Day at random. Messing around with EVMux today. EVMux is a streaming platform that allows you to do some interesting things. So I decided to mess around a little bit with it. So I am double checking to see if I am actually live. It says I'm live. So hopefully we've got a successful stream. Another thing I want to try to do today is I'm going to try to bring in. I think Kai said he was available, so I'm gonna send him out. I'm going to send Kai out an invitation and see if we can get him in here. So I hope I should have. And there's our land. So let's put him in there like that. And I just sent that out to him. So when he does come in, we are going to try to add him to the stream. All right. Dead random. But welcome. It's Friday. And hopefully, let me just get a double. I got to do a double whammy here to double check. We've got a functioning. Yep. We got a functioning stream. Actually, there wasn't that much latency between. Yeah, there wasn't much latency between that feed up there and me. So, all right. So, how you doing? I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with some new stuff that's out, and you could see that by my my thumbnail today that I used. I'm having a little bit of fun with GEP-RC today. So, but that being said, GEP-RC is a pretty good company. I've had a lot of good luck with them. So my and Flywoo as well. And who else did I have? Have I bought a quad from? But they're the two FPV iFlight. So you got all those different manufacturers. I like to get. I actually don't mind getting things from Pyrodrone. If you've ever gotten or bought in project or purchased projects or products from Pyrodrone. Pyrodrone's close to me, so I like them the best because it makes it easiest to get stuff if I need any kind of thing, any goggles, parts, whatever. But it's going to take a minute just to get everything kind of straightened out here. So there we go. We should be in full transition mode. I am going to turn on my dynamic scenes, and we will in a little bit. Well, hopefully we can get Kai in. So let me see. Where is my? I got to remember where everything is. It's been a while. Oh, there we go. We got to turn that on. There's our comments. Here's our banners. And you should be seeing a banner. Let's look at this one here and put this. Yeah, that's our Friday live stream banner. You get these dynamic banners, which are kind of cool. So then you can switch around. So that's the Friday live stream banner. I haven't messed around with this. And then when I get Kai to come in, I switch to this one right there. Because this one says live from the workbench. So if I was live from the workbench, that's how we would roll. So let me turn the sound off there. Usually it's on Friday, we start out really slow. So people are kind of looking for the thumbnail. Hopefully my thumbnail is live. I finally posted that. It put up this generic thumbnail, and so that's one of the things I'm looking for here. I'm going to look at my settings, make sure everything is set up. But today is the 3rd. not the 2nd of February. So a lot of you guys were like, hey, Groundhog Day is the 2nd of February. Yeah, but I would say the release of the Cinelogue 20 is, to me, a lot like Groundhog Day too. So, or Groundhog Day as well, because as awesome as the Cinelogue is, now I've watched a lot of videos. I've watched a bunch um, of the Cinelogue folks that have flown it. So I've watched drone camps, and then you're going to get, Captain Drone. He'll be flying it, and to be quite honest, it is neat. So let's just get that out right now. So let me just, guys, I gotta do something here. I gotta get my Cinelogue shots. I have a little folder in here somewhere. It's all, I'm trying to navigate an unfamiliar platform and also get images. So I gotta be able, let's see, getting that on there. I think I got a screen share in here somewhere. There's display. That's the display scene. So we can go there. So I'm doing a little bit of test work. So pardon my, let's see. And let's see okay, there's screen share right there. So let's go ahead and pop those out. And there's that. We got everything's popping in the wrong spot. I'll put that up there. So we just put that up there now. And then we can scroll through the images. And let's see right there. I guess I can leave that folder. I kind of want to have the folder available so I can reach. There we go. So let's see. So let's share that screen. There it is. It's actually pretty easy to run this sucker. So here it is. So here's our shared screen right there. The Cinelogue 20. And let me use more comments showing up. Let's see, all post, brand, and chat. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and post a hello. And this is going to help me, my monitor, so I can see that it's showing up. So like I said, pardon my Friday learning. Guys, if you're not learning, guys, you're stagnant. So I always try to learn something new. And I really like this platform. I really like the graphical interface that this creates within what's called dynamic scenes. And within dynamic scenes, you're supposed to be able to bring in guests and stuff. So I'm probably thinking that Kai is not home yet. So like I said, I'm hoping he got that invitation. So if he has not, he would last one. Let's see, we go here. Let's go to our live. And let's see, where are we at? There it is. There's Groundhog Day. There we go. There you can hear the reverb. There it is. There's Groundhog Day. Good. So we're in good shape. Hey, the one good thing that Dad Random's done this Christmas, that he did this past New Year, is I finally squared away my computer. Guys, you don't know how long I've been fighting with this specific part of my YouTube platform. And it's been a long journey trying to set myself up, and then, trying to get the right computer, the right cameras, the right sound equipment. This is actually a pretty cool mic. I picked this up for a pretty good price. I think there's a little bit of adjustment I need to make. This one's actually it's a knockoff of the Shure mics, but it's half the cost of it. It's got all the sound, and it's both USB and XLR. So the next step, so I'm running it off of its USB interface right now. And what I'm going to do here, let me do a little bit of, I'm going to have a little bit of, I'm going to let's move a few things around. I'm going to go back to my main scene. And there we go. So yeah, all right. So yeah, I'm just telling you, I just got it dialed in. So hopefully we don't have any issues. Let's see. I got my banner going. I got the live stream banner. I can bring in live music. Remember? I don't know if you remember that. I'm like, wait a second. I'll be right back. That kind of thing. So it gives you that. It gives you, and I have this. Now I think I can use my other. Let me see if this will work. To be right back. Let's see if this works. Yes, it does. And it leaves, and if you notice, it leaves my masking up. So it leaves my live stream mask up. So the only thing that sucks about this is that I have to look at the EVMux logo. So that's about the worst thing. So EVMux, that's how you call that. So we are back. Let's go back to our display. Let's go right back there. And yeah, we are sitting here looking at the Cinnabot 20. Now, I'm going to look up at the Cinnabot 20 because I got a big old picture of it in all of its glory, just like you guys are seeing. So let's see, Dad Random. Let's go up there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Here, let's go. Hope you all are having a wonderful Friday. There we go. Knock that into there. But yeah, there we go. She's there. I guess we got what's the layer thing? EVMux logo. Yeah, so I think you can change that one up. You can layer everything. So I can put that EVMux logo underneath stuff. But I wonder can I put this above that? No, you can't put anything above the logo. That would be my first cheat right there. But all right. So looking at the Cinelog, it is a couple of things I really like about it. Okay, there's a couple of things that really stand out about this, and one of the things for sure that really impresses me about this is the fact that it stays underneath the 250 gram limit. And because of that, and then it carries the O3 camera. Those two things alone, keeping under the weight. But one thing that might still be, I think, a questionable thing is when I saw it getting weighed, I believe it came in at 215 grams, something like that. So, if you do the math, say it's 220, if you do the math, that means that there is only about, 30 grams left for a battery. So that's something that we have to take into consideration, is that this, as light as it is, it might not be light enough, meaning that once you stick a battery on it, there's enough frame weight. Now, that's the big problem with the Cinelog / hey, how you doing, Brent? The Cinelog 20 is what it is. Yeah, the Cinelog 20 just came out, and as soon as we get our crew in order, I actually got the video promo for it that we can look at. But yeah, it's a 20. So those are 2-inch props. Now, if you remember, Brent, it is the exact same props, pretty much, if you look at them closely. And I do have a bunch of different views. Like we can look at this view right here. Those are the same props that were on the GEP-RC rocket. So you got to understand, this is made by the same company. So those are roughly the same. Now they're pointier. I remember that. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's because of the angle we're looking at. But yeah. So this is the Cinelog 20. And yes, yeah. So, and that's actually, that's right there is intriguing. So it's very close to the 250 gram weight limit. It puts up the absolutely gorgeous video that the Avata puts up. And right there, you've got just a killer platform, because there's as much as I've seen, and I'm pretty fair when it comes to. I have the Cinelog 25. Yeah, rocket size. It is. And the rocket, actually, we were trying to put a, I was trying to put 2-inch props on it. Excuse me. And wasn't too successful at that. And then I finally, because it ended up that I had to take the prop guards off. And then the prop guards were so close to the motor wires, it got to be a really difficult dance. The frame needed to be stretched out just a little bit. This one stretches the frame out. Now the other question is, and a lot of people I think have brought it up, is that these types of prop guards, I think I'm almost sure I can print them. Hopefully they're the size that we can print. But back when I was flying the rocket, I don't know if you remember, Brent, those prop guards are they're very fragile, but they're cheap to replace. So you got to battle with that. So the prop guard basically is mounted on the motor housing. Let me see if we can get a view of that. You can see right there, you see where the motor screws are, and you'll see that they go right through the prop guard and then of course into the motor. So it's all being pulled together. So you get the frame, the prop guard, and then the motor all being, pulled together. But on the other hand, it's got 4 screws holding them on. Yeah, this is, if you want to check out a couple of different channels that are doing reviews on this, the video, of course, if you look at the Drone Camp's video, the videos, it's as good as you possibly can get. The stabilization is great. But I'm going to get back to my point here in just a little bit, because when I first started talking about it, and when if you saw my short that I put out today, my short is critical of it. Okay. It's very critical of it because it is the same as everything else that we've bought. When we keep purchasing the same thing over and over again, and the only thing different is, the motors or something, or it's the same frame, different camera. And it's literally like Groundhog Day. That's the way I see it. I see it as this repeating cycle of craziness, and we just feed into it. But there it is. That is the Cinelog 20. And it is tiny. It is all motor, camera, and basically air unit. And I think that one there looks like, if you look at the tail, that one looks like it's got a Mortal T on it. So I'm thinking that one's flying with Crossfire. I do believe this thing, let me go in here. I'm gonna re-invite. I'm waiting for Kai to get in so he can beat it up. But I'm just gonna go. Let's see. I've been using my Gmail. Let me copy that. I could send it through Messenger too, but I don't know if I got Sancy Kai. I'm send this back to him again. He's like I said, he's got to get back. He might be home. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to send that to him. There we go. So that got sent out. Let's see here. All right. So as soon as we can get him in here, I think, like I said, I thought he said he was going to be able to pop in, but it says true fragile and cheap guards. Yes. And do you, Brent, you remember if those prop guards were? Do you remember if they were made of TPU? I'm thinking about the material. It was like a cross between TPU and PLA. It was different. I wish they would make break resistant guards, or at least how about making them out of PETG? Do you think that would stand up to a battle? Let's see. So I've got a new roll here. I just bought this new roll of Amazon PETG, and I was thinking that if I ever got my hands on this, that I would. Here, let me go and let me just switch it over here. I would switch it over to PETG. I've been taking advantage of every deal I can get. This is Amazon blue PETG. So, and hopefully this little platform over there, that little printer can handle it. But that's what my main TPU printer has been. It's been taking care of all my TPU stuff. So, and the other thing that's kind of cool that, as we're looking at the Cinnabot and as we're kind of trying to decide whether we even think that this thing is worth a purchase, first of all, the price. And then I also have, and then Kai has finished the 5-inch build, and I'm excited to get my hands on that. So, once we start, once I start looking at what the alternative video looks like, because the only thing I've seen is footage from the Avata. So we've got a tuned quad, in the Avata, and it's been set up, and it's kind of like when you first buy a 3D printer and they give you a test print and you get this massively awesome print, and because it's been totally designed, from the ground up to work with that. That's kind of what we are hoping to get with the Cinnabot. But if you make your own, I've got a 5-inch, that Kai and I have been collaborating on pretty much. I hate to call it a collaboration anymore because Kai literally made the damn thing. I'm just going to fly it. I pretty much bought all the parts, and he just saved me from the wreck of a mess that I made it into. But I'm excited to see what a 5-inch flies like with that camera. Hopefully, now that Kai designed the TPU camera mount, which hopefully will take out some of the shock. And this one here, if you look at it really closely, if you look very close at the motor mount, I thought I got an image of, right there. This thing has been carefully mounted and on a shock mount. And I think that if my build has any failings to it, if there's anything that, it's not going to be Kai for sure, because he's put a ton of time into making it perfect. I mean, literally, Lone Star, he is the most meticulous builder that there is. So if you have something that you want to have built and you want it done right, and you're just you want it to be the best it can be, or you've got some specific problems, I would be looking up getting Fredrickson involved in that, because he will make sure that that all of the details are basically ironed out of it. So here, let me see if I can. I think I can go bigger. Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you look right there, you see those little shock mounts right there. So that thing's mounted very meticulously, and so that's my big worry. So let's get to the point when it comes to this thing. First of all, it's not unique, but that's not terrible. My big concern is that that we don't push these companies to making like interesting builds. I think GEP-RC's done that. I think their rocket was revolutionary. Just the way that they, the size that they created, this was when they put the ducts on, or the prop guards on. They're really not ducts because they don't act like ducts. Maybe they should be ducks, but it doesn't fly like that. It flies like a freestyle. So if this thing would fly like that, that would mean a lot to people, like, that like us. We like to, like me, I'm a flyer. Obviously I'm not a very good builder, but I love to fly, and I'll do whatever. I'll, crash it, but we're still looking for something unique. We want something to be new and cool, and I think that's why when the Defender was built, the iFlight Defender, it had the uniqueness. And my big complaint, or my big problem with that, why I'm not going to buy it. First of all, the people that have flown it showed the kinks in the armor, and that is the prop guards on those. Not only are they weak and break, but if they do break, you have to replace the whole bottom piece. With this thing, with this little bird over here, you only have to let's go back out of here, and let's see if I can get, yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. There's that little video bar shows up. Kind of cool. That's actually very cool. This setup is like amazing, by the way. Oh yeah, and then yeah, Brent, that's the reason I would have bought the Speedy Bee, that flight controller, because that's like the universal flight controller, and plus it had all of the connections for the new air unit. It basically is a plug and play flight controller. I just suck at it. So I wasn't ready to suck again. I learned my lesson with the I don't know what we're going to call it yet, because I got to fly it first before I give it a name. But the 5-inch that's coming, that's in the mail. Kai put it in the mail the other day. It should be here maybe here by Monday. If it's here tomorrow or Sunday, it'd be great. But I'm really excited to fly it though. So that's why I was hoping Kai would show up. But Brent, I'm really impressed with your projects going on. It's actually, when you started to show pictures of that Pixhawk build, I immediately went, what if I converted my Arduino to Pixhawk? It's just a much more capable flight controller. It has like, it has what, 30, is it 32-bit? Is it a 32-bit build? Because the Arduino is at 8. It's only 8-bit. So it's a small processor. It doesn't have a lot of capability. You can't put an SD card in it. So it has a lot of limitations when it comes to the software. But the Pixhawk, they, especially the 6, if you bought hey, Drone Delirium, how you doing? Here, let's answer these questions really, really quick here. The first comment that we were kind of discussing And let's see. So this we were talking about the prop guards of of the original rocket, which most all of us flew. I mean, we got excited about this, and a lot of us learned to fly on the Gep RC rocket. So I'm definitely not picking on Gep RC. I don't, I'm definitely making fun of them for not making anything too exciting, especially after making the rocket and then, just making a frame with motors is not design. I'm sorry. It's not. About as close to design that's come out recently has been this. It's Dave C. Okay. But it's frame with motors. So that's not design. Building a frame with motors is not design. I'm just going to bring it out. But when Gep RC built the rocket, they built it for a purpose. They built the frame with motors, but they built a perfect FPV trainer. I'm so Drone Delirium, thanks for popping in. I'm just working my way down the chat because I kind of want to finish this conversation that Possum has been making. Brent, so we were talking about the prop guards on that they're independent. That's a good thing, right? So every one of those prop guards is an independent is independent, and it mounts basically so you've got motor mount, prop guard, and then mount the motor fixes underneath it. And so if you break one, you can just replace it. You can pull it out. And those look very printable. So maybe we can print our own version of that. If one of our genius friends out there, because this is going to be a hot commodity. And I just don't know why it's going to be so hot, because there's nothing special about it, especially the price. It's expensive. Anything with the new air unit on, I think DJI is basically, they're the one that's kind of controlling the price right now, making everything $100 more expensive. But the biggest problem is they broke that first version of the prop guards were cheap. And you were saying that the stock ones are clear injection molded plastic. I remember them being clear. And then I bought some green ones. They must have been knockoffs. And then I got them all, replaced them all, and then immediately broke one. I mean, it was like instantly. And I mean, I know you crash hard with that. And I do a lot of hard crashes because that thing is just so much fun to fly, and you totally abuse it in the air. And then but if you hit anything hard, like a metal pole, it immediately cracks. So we were thinking that we could possibly re-engineer it with a little bit more expensive plastic, put some, now this one you can see they added the prop guards, Dobo calls them the ribbed riders. I don't know what he calls them, something, but it makes no sense that we are protecting the protection. You know what I'm saying? That if we print them out of ABS or PETG, we're protecting the protection. So, all righty. Hey, Lambo's in the house. Let's see. Here's Drone Delirium. Isn't it kind of nice now? I'm using EVMux today. So EVMux is the platform that I use when I bring in the guests. So I'm hoping we can get Kai in. So I wanted to leave the door open in case he got back. And I'm going to text him right now. So when he pops in, or if he does pop in, he can join us. And let's see, I have a invitation. And we'll see here. All right. So in case he pops in and he sees that, he'll know. But it says I built 2 5-inchers with the 03. Yeah, and I And I think you guys that are already experienced with that, hey, did you have you had any did you have any vibration problems? That's a question there for you, Drone Delirium. Did you have any do you feel like you're getting do you have a video? If you have a video, you can drop a link and we'll look at it. So if you got a video up right now, I'd love to look at it just to see, that I want to see the mounting system, what you used. Did you use a shock mounting system or is it just mounted into the TPU? Or because these things are like overly mounted. I mean, look, I'm going to go ahead and blow this up again. Okay. So you can see right there, you've got this rubber shock mounting system where it's really got a lot of dampening. Okay. But the 5 inches tend to be, now this 5 inches is a AOC frame. So my guess is, and I'm going to test him out because he claims that this thing is very harmonically sound, meaning that it's, takes a lot of the vibration out. So, let's see, water echoes, picture go away, water echoes. Oh, what do I have? Do I have echo? I shouldn't have echoes going on. Lambo, are you okay, or is it something? You're getting me all paranoid, dude. Because sometimes I get weird stuff going on with this freaking setup. So double check here. Nope. All right. Sometimes I all right, just double checking. So let's see. Water Lambo, you gotta help me out. Sometimes I miss good humor because I'm not. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I got airplane. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. I got my dog freaking out today. But the weak point with 3D printing the guards is in the the struts. Yeah, and that's really, if you look at this strut right here, and you think it's, and they're right here. It's these little ones. It's not the big ones. It's the little pieces right here, and where they connect onto the. I wish I had a broken one. I know I have. I know somewhere in this room or somewhere downstairs, I've got old Gep RC rocket prop guards, and I know when I sold it, I gave whoever I sold it to 2 extra prop guards, but I had the broken ones. Let's see, Drone Delirium. It says I printed. Let's see. It's I printed TPU. I printed TPU holders for the camera on both. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see. But are you? Let's see. Did you see any noticeable? Oh, there's your video here. I'm actually gonna grab that your YouTube. Let's see right there. Just looking at it really quick here. So I'm gonna grab that and just check it out here, because it may be here. I've got I can't. That's the one thing when you share on this platform. It doesn't necessarily let us interact with it. So that's I thought you could. But let me go and take your URL from my. We take it out of the stream up here. So I just gotta put it up on here on this other screen. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on. Too many things. Too many. But it is Groundhog Day for sure when it comes to quads. There's no question. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's the link I'm looking for. I'm not the link you're looking for. All right. So here's a drone delirium video. All right, there it is. That's his build. Here, let's put that here. I'm gonna share your video if you do not mind. Let's see. I gotta do it differently here. I'm gonna get it in there. Don't worry. Let's reduce that down here, and I'm just gonna put that one up there with these. There we go. There we go. Okay. So there's your 5-inch build. So this is where your camera mount is. So let's see. We're gonna do the once over. So we're getting to the camera here. There she be. All right. So okay. So did you use the so I see it's oh man, I'm still trying to I could see that's mounted inside those two standoffs there, which is super safe. Kai extended mine way out. We've got it out probably a good inch. Onto that into one that basically fits like a cone almost. This is what we wanted. I mean, we had a hell of Kai, he called me and he had a hell of a time trying to get that thing to sit right. There we go. All right, I can see how you have it now inside of that. And what's your stack there? That's a let's see here. You got going on there. Now did you looking for the camera wire? Did you use the stock camera wire? There's your that was one other problem because you get the tiny little there's your smokes. Let's see. There it is. All right, we're going to see this puppy roll. I want to see the video here. What do you got in there? I'm trying to check out your battery. I'm not listening to your sound. So looks like a 1500 you got on there. Look at the V2s. Oh yeah, that's great. Right there. I can that freaking looks really good. That footage is nice. Check it out. This is how you know. This is the difference between analog and digital. Now, we're looking to see if I see any noticeable stuff. You got a little prop in view there, but that's the frame you got using. Let's see here. I'll make sure I've got it up to 1080 at least, so it's not screwing us out of the. That's the nice thing about a 5-inch when you're learning to fly it. It just gives you so much time to work on your flow, and that's what's cool about this build that I've got coming. This build is so light. It's only 320 grams or 300, and when I fly it, it's going to just hang there in the air forever. And that's So I'm thinking, and I'm not seeing a lot of issues there. I'm seeing a real good, I'm seeing a nice smooth. Look at that. So another thing that you can determine when, hey Kai, how you doing? Hey Kai, I do have a link out there for you. So, I can't. That's okay. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I just put it up there just in case. So, one of the ways you can tell that you're getting really good video is you take, and I actually have been trying to encourage people to learn how to grab frames. Now, this is basically a still frame, and it is really good. Meaning that you can see, now look at the sky. Now, I always look at the dynamics in the sky. So if you look up there in the sky and you look up in the dynamics, you can see where the clouds meet the blue. And there's like a very slight, there's not a lot of crispiness between the cloud and the sky. So what I'm saying is it blends really nice. Anytime you see this good blending, that's a really good image. And you don't see any like, now this is 1080p HD. It doesn't tell me the frame rate, so more than likely it's 1080p 1080/30. But if you see how it's making, you get into these, you get a tree right there. You can see where that is, because we're moving so fast. If that's 1080/60, you nail those trees. Meaning that you can completely get a shot of the branches. That's the difference between 1080/60. So he's coming straight down there, right there. Here's another good shot. So this is where you can see, like I say, you can start seeing the individual branches. So cool. I thought that was cool. And I know how you're mounted. So that's awesome. That is what we're looking for as far as the mounting of the camera is concerned. But Kai, what do you think of this thing? Okay. So Speedy Pizza 1300 6S. That's the battery. I'm behind you on the. Yeah. So you're flying a 5-inch with the 1300. I'm probably going to fly mine with 750s and 850s, something like that. We'll see. Because with the motors I've got on, Kai, what motors do I got on there? I can't remember. 1400s? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. but it's, it's efficient. So when Kai was thinking about how he was going to build it for me, he talked about efficiency. He's very efficient when it comes to building, saving power, getting as much time as possible, being a cruiser and a freestyle at the same time. And that's kind of what this Cinnabot 20 is. It's a multi-role fighter, I guess, but it only gets you 5 minutes. That's the thing about it, is your flight time is, literally, it's average, what we call it. So I can't wait for you to fly the Maiden. I'm excited. I am very excited I'm excited to fly it and see what it does, man. And I'm completely tickled by the build. And I've only had great stuff to say about it today. It's by far one of the more efficient builds. And, even though it's a heavy quad, and now I had a question. Says, I don't know how to make the quality better on YouTube. Well, the big thing, Drone Delirium, I think would help you is record in 4K 60 with just your flight video. And you'll notice a huge difference. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Because you think about, well, what's the difference between video quality and two different obviously what you're taking images of, it is important. I mean, if right now it's not a very pretty time to take video, so everything is dull. And I'm lucky because in the place I live, I have dull, but I have cool in the middle of the dull. Hey Steve, how you doing? I'm not flying anywhere. It's 10 below. Hey, it's supposed to be 65 on Sunday. So I'm going to be flying this week, but it's not going to be anything fun. I got to fly a toy drone this weekend, and I've already flown it, so I already know what it flies like. And I'll put the video up. You can watch 5 minutes of it, and then you can turn it off or less if you want to. But the one thing I want to tell you about it, here. This is what I'm going to fly. It's nothing special. Okay. So let me put this up here really quick. I'm not proud of this, by the way. So if you're wondering, if you're wondering why I'm hiding this, I'm hiding because I'm more embarrassed. But this is a knockoff of a Hubsan. So if you can imagine that, if you can imagine a knockoff of a Hubsan, okay. A couple of things I can tell you right now. It is a very quiet. It has very quiet flight characteristics. So they stole the Hubsan props. The motors are very quiet as well. So it's got that. It's got that. It's like it's 300 and I forget how many grams. It's heavy. It's a heavy bird. Um, it flies with a 2500 3S battery. That gives you an idea. Um, and they're proprietary. They snap in the top. The camera is actually really good, but the software that runs the camera. So this is a lot like the Holystone 720E, a lot like that. So they're comparable, and right now they're battling for the cheapest 4K stabilized camera. So this is a two-axis. That's a two-axis gimbal right there, but it's electronically stabilized, so it actually has a stable image. Now, that being said, I'm just going to go there. The flight characteristics of this have are going to be interesting. I just want you to watch the video. You'll understand. And guys, I am a connoisseur of flight characteristics, and I'm just going to tell you right now that it's gonna it's yeah, it's I'm just gonna leave it right there. So yeah, so drone delirium, the best thing to make quality for YouTube is upload 4K 30. Okay, so take your video at 4K 60. So have your drone take care of 4K 60 and upload it in 4K 60. That's the best thing. If you're just going to upload the video, then just upload 4K 60. Put it at the highest setting, upload it, and show your video. If you're going to do any like talking parts, what I usually do with the talking parts, the stuff that it's on me, it's all 4K 30. So, and then I blend them together. And then when I put it up on YouTube, I put it up on as 4K 30, and the 4K 60 takes care of the video that's coming out of the drone, and it makes sure that I don't skip frames. And that's the biggest problem I've had in the past. If you've looked at any of my old videos, there's frame skipping all over the place. It's because my the program I was using to do all my video rendering is at 25 FPS, and I did that for way too long. And now so this weekend I'm going to put up another video, but it's all going to be at 30 FPS or 4K 60, and it will be seamless with YouTube. YouTube is a 4K 30 platform, and it will be awesome. So it will be awesome. It should be. It should be awesome. But that's our baby right there. That is the Kai. Have me go back to the comments here. Kai, do you have any comments about that, or do you want to wait for Tuesday? It's pretty damn cool, but it is Groundhog Day. It is Groundhog Day quality. Let me do a screen share. I don't know if I can do a two on screen share. I'm messing with something over here outside of my dynamic. There's my dynamic scene where I throw some things together. But I'm going to show Brent. Let me just show you one thing. I have to go to this other. Here, let me just make that smaller. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put up, let's see, that. I'm trying not to overwhelm my stream because I just did some stuff, some updates for my graphics card and stuff, and I'm hoping that I don't overwhelm it. Let's see here. What I'm looking for is two things. One is I want the last. I want that. I want that the footage where I was at the lake. I'm really pissed that video didn't do better, because that is some of the most amazing footage that I've ever taken. There it is right here. Okay. All right. So here's our dynamic scene here. Here, I got to get this ad finish here. All right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to bring this in. Here, let's go back out of here. Let's put that to be main. I got too many things going on. This is one of those things where let's transition that. Let's go to display capture. There's share right there. There we go. So we're back where we need to be. Okay. So this is footage. This is footage with the Avata. That's the 03 camera. And this is where I'm telling you, when you can grab frames like that, when you can grab frames like that, that is absolutely ass kicking amazing. Okay. When you can take, that is the video, that's 4K 60 video from the Avata. And that is its stop motion on YouTube. And then it's now going through filters and it's going through a live stream. Look at how freaking awesome that is. And it's sticks. It's water and sky with a little red. Isn't that absolutely killer? And I'm actually going to challenge some people that do, like, they'd say you do like real estate photography. You literally could take your Avata and use your Avata for all of your real estate out flying shots. That includes your still frames, because they're that good. Now, obviously, if you're a professional photographer, you'll laugh at that. Well, I don't know. It's hard to laugh at this. Just telling you. You know, it's hard to laugh at that. You just can't laugh at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is just freaking unbelievable. Here, I'm gonna go back to that turn right there. Look at that. Look at that scene. You know what I did with this picture? I took this picture. I cropped it out of here, and I've got it on my phone. I love it so much. That shot there. I love that shot. And that is video from the Avata. So all I'm telling you is that's why I love the 03. That's why I'm such a huge fan of the DJI 03 system, because it's just the dynamic sky there. I mean, I look at it, I'm in awe sometimes. Now if you have to blow it up and do all kinds of things, a lot of people do that. So I'm just saying, you just can't, you can't say much about that, you just can't. I mean, when I started this flight, I got right to about this point. Let me show you. I got right to this point, and I literally it's almost like I was just staring off in the distance, and I'm like, I'm just going to fly this direction until I run out of batteries. I'm going to fly this direction forever, because it's so good. So anyway, and that's why I'm excited to get the 5-inch and take more shots and get more flight time. And so this is, some people say, is this as good as the minis? And they this is why I love it more than the minis, because I can fly it. The minis, you're flying a kite with a camera. With this, I'm flying a bird with a camera, because a kite, kind of sails in the wind and doesn't have the ability to do a lot of what we call maneuvering. I can flip that thing into manual and do whatever. And then I can take still frames. I can just hold a course and take still frames. So I'm just saying this is why I love the O3 system. Now, could we do a better job at design? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, guys, this is not design. That's not design. Now, for Kai, it is, because Kai is an engineer. To me, this is a freaking X. It has no personality. It is not cool. And everything is made this way. And all the cinematic drones are the exact same way. They're all the same. And, put some freaking character in it. At least your Beetle, Kai, has a now here's one that does have some character. The P16. Now, Kai has the lightest HD, the coolest HD light platform, and he's got basically the Walk Snail unit, Walk Snail VTX inside the Thinking P16, which is tiny and light. So, well, I'm just saying, if you can take this image, okay. I just, and this is video. I'm literally just scrolling through a video. That's why I fly, guys. This is why I fly drones for days like this. It's just gorgeous. And I'm literally, you see my truck there? Do you see any other cars there? There's nobody there except me. Oh man, those are glorious moments for flight. Okay, when you're basically in when you're in that environment. So Texas finally thawed out. Okay, guys, I know I've been dominating this with showing you this stuff. I forget what I was going to try to show you. I forgot what I was going to show you earlier. I was gonna bring another image in, and I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I need to write this crap down, is what I need to do. But yeah, this video isn't getting any views. It doesn't get any views. And it is absolutely some of the most stunning flight footage that I've ever taken. It is absolutely gorgeous. It looks fake. It actually, if you look in the background, it looks made up. It looks manufactured. So, so Texas finally thawed out. Yeah, 65. We got 65 coming up on Sunday. It's coming your way, guys. So it's on the way. It is on the way. But yeah, I thought that was the one thing I wanted to show you guys. I wish I could remember what else I was going to show you. I don't know. But this goes back into so that's literally the best. I think I was going to go to find GepRC rocket stuff, but I don't know. That would take me a long time, so I'm not gonna go back that far. If I went back to videos and I had to go find GepRC rocket, oh man, that could be days. We could be, guys. I got like 650 freaking videos out there, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where that is. So if I could, show you some still frames from the rocket. And what I wanted to show was how it broke, because I broke it pretty good. Let me see if I can put get RC rocket. There's add random. There it is right there. Prop guards. Oh, this is what I ended up doing with it. This is what I actually took the prop guards off, but I can't. I wonder if I showed. I think when I did this video, I might have showed you a broken one. So yeah, I'll see if I get that. But I'm almost ready to knock off, guys. But this goes back in the. I don't know if any of you guys remember this old biddy. How about checking this one out right there? There she is. There is the rocket. And this one I put 2-inch props on it. So the rocket is basically an inch and I think it's a 1.5. It's not quite a 2-inch. And the Cinelog is a real 2-incher. Let's put that back up. Let's get the Cinelog back on here. Let's skip back to the point. Okay. Kai, what do you think of this thing? What do you think of this? What do you think of the Cinelog? Gotta go. Yeah. I'll get it. We'll get it Tuesday. Hey, thanks for popping in, Kai. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, there it is right there. So I guess we go side by side. So there's their Cinelog right there. Okay. There is our there's exhibit A. And here's exhibit B. And you can see there's the air unit. So the GEP RC rocket is basically a here. Am I flying this thing? Yeah. So yeah, so this is the rocket out in the field. And I think it vibrated like crazy when I did this one. I love. There's nothing better than looking back at you flying stuff. I'm such a freaking geek. Retro. Guys, if you can't look at yourself and laugh, then life is too short. Okay, I know. Okay, so I'm at the. I'm. That's a pretty sight there. Holy crap, that is so pretty. So I'm trying to. I'm gonna. I think it vibrates all over hell. Come on, you can take off here. I was hoping I'd. Oh, there we're in the air now. I think do. I finally get it in the air here? Yeah. Let's see. There we go. So that's the footage. That's the footage I'm getting off of that. We've come such a long ways. We're gonna come back. We'll be back. All right. I think we're back. All righty. Sorry about that, guys. I knew I had too many things going on. I can't have four screens of 25 frames of YouTube going on at the same time. But I came back to say goodbye because it's time to go. But I appreciate you waiting me out there. That was and that's I was bragging today about how good everything was working. But what's cool about all this is I can hot swap it and I can hot start and stop. So which is good. I know how to fix it when crap goes down. But let me just shut that down there. But yeah. So anyway, you can see that we've come a long ways when it's come to when we come from this right here and that video there was that was Cadix Vista with no that was no that was air unit that was air unit footage, and we've come a long ways from that. So there's we've gone full circle with the air unit for sure. And can you imagine that in maybe 2 or 3 years? And that's really this is where I get excited about technology, but um, that this thing right here someday is going to be even better than it already is. So, but yeah. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I really thank you. Hopefully, you're still hanging out here, hearing me to say goodbye today. But yeah. So if I do have an outage in the near future, just know that I can usually fix it. So I can usually go from here, okay, back to here. So pretty good. So I just got to know that yeah, I can usually run one peripheral I can usually run, but I had a lot of windows going, so it's just too much. I don't have enough RAM for it. So anyway, but yeah, we've gone a long ways, and I appreciate you guys popping in. Lambo, it's awesome that you're here, man. Um, Glad Kai was able to stop in, eat more possum. Brent, thanks for popping in. It says somehow I've never seen that Lake Avada video. Yeah, here. Let me put that. I have to put here. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that video in my queue. So yeah, I'm just telling you, if you were able to see it, if YouTube would have been able to let you see it, that thing is just it's quite literally the best video footage I've ever done. It's better it's better than the stuff I've got out of the Mavic 3. I'm just telling you. Well, arguably, depending on if you want to look at the stuff at when I was out in Kanab at the top, that was pretty damn good too. That was some pretty gorgeous video. That day was a really good day as well. But let me just try to. I just need to put that one up for you. But it's called Fire Lake, and I did have it on my here. Let's see. Yeah, it isn't one of the it isn't one of my it didn't show up. It doesn't show up as one of my best, and it's quite literally it's called best drone camera. No question, ND filters, but 300 views on that thing, just garbage for what that video is. So, but yeah, I mean, I've been trying. I tried to push it out there. I tried to like reshare it, and I can put it on. I could also put. I can here. I posted it. So if you want to look at my posts, okay. Uh, all right. I put it on a post too. So I just I just I just did that, and then I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna here. Let's go here. But yeah, you just sometimes you just don't get you don't get the love, because people are looking for different things, people are sometimes not looking for that. And that, quite honestly, is the way YouTube works. Here, let me make this copy. Now, this is in my comment post, so this will show up on your feed right there. So that is this is the Fire Lake video. That's Fire Lake in Ivins, Utah. I'll put that so you know where it is. So Ivins, if you want to visit it, it's awesome. It gets busy in the summer there. It's actually swimmable, so it's a reservoir that people swim in. There you go. So that's Fire Lake Ivins video, and if you want to look at that link, it's right there. And I did share it out. So if you want to check that out, the link is now up. So hopefully you guys are in there. It's an hour and 20 minutes. We are out of here. So I appreciate you popping in. You. So thank you so much, Brent and Lambo and Drone Delirium and Eat More Possum, and appreciate you guys. Have a great Friday. When you are able to join us on Tuesday, okay, on Tech Tuesday, and that feed Kai basically he hosts. So Kai and I on Tuesday. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday, and that's pretty much it. It's time for me to. It's time for me to make like a leaf and freaking make like a tree and gosh, I can't make like a tree and leave. There you go. Usually I like to make like a baby, man, head out. So, but that's that. Let me just, let's put that in there. So that's the bottom. And then we got to put that on there. All right. But have a great one. Let me throw some music on. What's cool about this is I can do a bunch of different music to take off from. Let's see, what do I have? Do I have where's my closing? I thought I had a closing there. Be back soon. Yeah. I guess I don't. I have a stream start. I think I use my start and stop for the same thing. Later on, guys, we'll take it easy. Have a good Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you later.
I'm acting surprised, but I know I'm not over. You keep missing our fights, even though they're so overdue. We had a fire, now we're watching it burn low. Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind, my body and mind. I feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind. It tastes like demons in my mind, demons pushing all my triggers. Losing my pride, but I guess that's what love do to people like us, struggling to come through. We had a fire that we watched it burn out. Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind,